You ever notice how a car never dies in a safe neighborhood, in daylight with friendly people walking dogs? No, it dies on an empty road, engine coughing like it's about to confess its sins, while shadows move outside and you suddenly realize those aren't shadows, they're people, and not the helpful kind. The kind that treat a broken-down car like a vending machine with legs inside. Listen carefully, because what you do in the next 60 seconds decides whether you walk away or whether you become part of the road's decoration. Here's the first truth nobody tells you. Your car isn't protection. It's a tin can with windows. Looters love windows. They love desperation even more. When your car fails, you are not stuck. You're exposed. And the worst mistake people make is fumbling with the key, begging the engine to start like it's a stubborn camel. You don't beg machines during chaos. Machines don't care. Humans outside do. The moment the engine dies, your brain wants to panic. The trick is to not give it permission, because panic turns 10 seconds of advantage into a disaster. So breathe once, slow, and lock every door manually. Not with the electronic switch. Those fail. Physically press the locks down. You'd be shocked how many attacks started simply because one lazy lock stayed open. In high stress, your fingers feel like they don't belong to you, but force them to follow the checklist. Once the car is locked, the next survival insight kicks in. Visibility is death. You want them to wonder, not confirm. Here's the thing. Humans are wired to target motion and light. It's primal. If they see your head pop up like a meerkat, they know you're scared, and scared people make bad choices. So, slide down your body, chest low, and keep your silhouette below window level. Switch your phone's brightness to minimum and turn off all interior lights. You're turning yourself from a target into a question mark. And trust me, looters don't like question marks. They like guarantees, but staying quiet isn't enough. You need information, because information decides when you move. Crack one window just enough to listen. Sound travels differently when your heartbeat is loud. Looters make two kinds of noise. The confident kind, which means they know what they want, and the nervous, scattered kind, which means they're unpredictable. Unpredictable is worse. Use your ears. Count footsteps. Identify if it's one person or multiple. The human brain can estimate distance by sound delay. Basic physics. Use it. And if you hear metal scraping against metal, that's them testing the car. They always test first. Here comes the part almost nobody thinks about. Your car battery is still alive, and that's a weapon. People think weapons mean guns or knives. No, a car horn at the right moment is a psychological grenade. But timing matters. If you slam the horn too early, you give away your position and alert the wrong people. If you slam it too late, you're already in the window of danger. The trick is using it when they commit physically. When a hand touches the handle or someone leans close. Sound at close range triggers the mammalian startle reflex. Heart jumps. Muscles freeze for a 1/10 of a second. That 1/10 of a second is your escape window. And yes, it works. This section is based on practical field survival experience rather than formal academic sources. While they're startled, you apply the next technique. Relocation without running. Running is a death sentence during a looter scenario. Predators chase movement. Instead, open the opposite side door from where the threat is. Move out low, fast, and quiet, keeping the car between you and them. That car is now not your shelter. It's your shield. Use the line of sight principle taught in military training. If they can't see your torso, they can't chase you accurately. Your job isn't to escape into the open. Your job is to break visual contact long enough to reach darkness, cover, or elevated terrain. But let's say the looters aren't startled. Let's say they're brazen, walking right up and talking like they own the night. That's where you use the ugly but effective truth. People get confused when they hear calm. Crack the window just 1/2 inch, barely enough for words to pass through. Then speak with controlled confidence. Engine overheated. Backups on the way. They're 2 minutes out. The phrase "backups on the way" triggers doubt. Looters don't fear you. They fear unknown numbers. They fear witnesses. They fear competition. You're not lying to survive. You're creating friction in their decision-making. Fear is contagious, and doubt spreads like a virus. If they back off but not far, that's when you prepare the most critical move. Forced ignition restart. Here's the real mechanic trick. They don't teach this on YouTube tutorials. If your car stalls due to battery drain or fuel hiccup, turning the key repeatedly kills it further. But switching the key to off for exactly 3 seconds resets the ECU's failsafe loop. Then try again. Slow turn, not fast. Engines need stable electrical flow. Panic twisting interrupts it. And if the car coughs back to life, you don't drive away like a Hollywood chase scene. No, you roll. Slow, quiet, barely moving. Looters react to speed. Slow movement confuses them. They can't tell if you're leaving or repositioning. Once you get 20 to 30 meters, then accelerate hard. Tires grip better once you're already rolling, reducing spin and noise. But let's say the engine is truly dead. Fuel pump gone. Alternator cooked. Whatever. Then the escape becomes biological, not mechanical. Your body becomes the vehicle. And that means controlling adrenaline. Adrenaline is a liar. It convinces you you're fast, when actually you're sloppy. You need stealth, not speed. Move through shadows. Avoid open areas. Stick close to walls, tree lines, or the slope of the road. Human vision struggles with shapes that don't break the horizon. Become a part of the dark, not a moving object inside it. When you reach cover, a ditch, a tree cluster, an abandoned structure, you need to do something deeply counterintuitive. Stop. Yes, stop. You don't run endlessly. Running keeps you visible. Stillness blends you into the environment. Let them yell, search, and threaten the air. Humans have terrible search discipline. They lose focus after 30 seconds. They assume if they don't see movement, there's no one there. That's your real escape. Not running, disappearing. And finally, when the danger fades, don't go back to the road. Roads are hunter paths. Instead, follow terrain features. Fences, drainage lines, tree rows, until you reach a safer zone or another person. And here's the rule people forget. Never emerge suddenly. Make yourself known from distance. Survival isn't just about beating danger. It's about not spooking the wrong person. There's a simple truth beneath all this. When your car fails and looters circle around you, the car stops being the hero. You do. Survival comes down to psychology, physics, and the quiet decisions that happen in the dark. The world doesn't give warning before it shifts. But if you understand how humans think, how machines behave, and how your own body reacts, you don't just survive the moment. You control it.